You get two different approaches. You got one group that looks at pure economics and wants to log everything and wants to fish everything, and that's how they manage. And we have our group that is sitting there trying to say, well, no, let's look at protecting these areas. Let's look at making sure that we're looking at sustainability. To me, we don't look at land and water as any different. It's the same thing. And so I think trying to introduce a bit more of a holistic approach to management is extremely important. At the end of the day, we're not going anywhere. We've been here for thousands of years, and we hope to be here for another thousands more.
The stewardship work of the Coastal Guardian Watchmen is rooted in a legal tradition that has existed for thousands of years. The Coastal Guardian Watchmen are responsible for upholding and enforcing traditional and contemporary Indigenous laws for coastal First Nations. And they work together to monitor, protect, and restore the cultural and natural resources for their nation's coastal territories. They ensure resources are sustainably managed, that rules and regulations are followed, and that land and marine use agreements are implemented effectively. Guardian Watchmen gather knowledge of the lands and waters, the health of fish stocks and wildlife populations, the conditions of marine habitats, and the impacts of human use.
Still smoldering.
What's happening in this area is an incredible collaboration between science and the local knowledge and the Indigenous knowledge that's here and the people who know it. That collaboration is putting science and a very local knowledge on equal footing with each other so that there's a synthesis. And what's coming out of that is extremely exciting. We see ourselves as some of the foot soldiers who are creating some of the information that can be used in that synthesis.
A big part of that synthesis lies in the Regional Monitoring System, or RMS for short. This system was developed in 2009 to ensure a standardized approach in data collection for nations monitoring the coastal regions.
Part of our role as Guardians is to carry a coast tracker with us, which is a tablet that has an app on there, and the feature is collecting data. With this data, it goes into a regional monitoring system that each nation can access, whether it's that specific day or that month or the whole season.
Each nation, the information that they collect, it's owned by that particular nation. But then we also have data sharing agreements that we have signed amongst nations to share amongst themselves.
Through these data sharing agreements and standardized monitoring protocols, the data can then be used to tell a regional story and to make better management decisions from a regional perspective.
It provides for that real informed decision making. We have people that are local experts, and we have our watchmen that are out there, and they can confirm what our experts are saying. So for us, it's so valuable. It's such a valuable network for us to preserve and to uphold.
Without knowledge, protecting important ecosystems is impossible, but knowledge is only the first step in effective stewardship. The next step is to actively care for and heal the land and sea. Each person who becomes a Coastal Guardian Watchman upholds a responsibility to protect their lands and waters, including all natural and cultural resources. The Guardian Watchmen are often the first to observe and report activities that are illegal under both Canadian and Indigenous law.
Yeah, cool. Anyways, I'm from Bella Bella, from the Helsik Nation.
You might see other enforcement agencies maybe once or twice a year, and since we started to develop our Watchman program, probably close to 14 years now for us. As a result of that, illegal activities have essentially dropped off the map.
Whether pursuing knowledge, enforcing laws, or developing partnerships, the Guardian Watchmen are the eyes and ears of the Central and North Coasts and Haida. To learn more, visit our website, sign up for our newsletter, and keep in touch with us on social media.